Hey everyone! Since I've been to the Halloween festival Escape Psycho Circus a few times, I decided to put this helpful tip video together of everything you need to know to make sure you have the best time ever. And it looks like they've changed quite a few things this year, so I'm definitely going to talk about that. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Cotton Candy. I travel the world going to different music festivals and making super rad videos about all of them. If you want to see music festivals all over the world, definitely subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any awesome adventures. So I've been to Escape Psycho Circus a few times, and I've been to the NOS Event Center for INSOMNIAC events probably like 1,000 times, it feels like. So I decided to do this tip video to help you guys out, even though I'm not going to Escape this year. It's honestly probably my second favorite INSOMNIAC festival of all time, right after EDC Las Vegas, of course. It's just such a cool festival. I love the theme, and if you've been to an INSOMNIAC show before, you know that they go all out with the decorations and the theme of their festivals. So it's just crazy what they do with this Psycho Circus Halloween theme. It's really fun. The most important tips I have for you, of course, are do not forget your ticket and do not forget a valid ID, a government issued ID like a driver's license or a passport. If you just so happen to forget your ticket when you show up to the event like I have before, you could actually get a replacement wristband. You will need the confirmation email from when you bought your ticket, the credit card you used to buy the tickets, and then a valid form of ID that matches the name on the card. You're definitely going to want to check out the allowed and prohibited items list. Definitely go through it and make sure you don't bring anything you're not supposed to, just in case they make you throw it away. Because even more people than usual are probably going to dress up at this festival because it's a Halloween festival. I do want to bring attention to the costume guidelines. You cannot wear any costumes that resemble like police officers or security guards or the medics. Obviously, this is to avoid confusion. You cannot bring any weapons, of course, but you can also not bring any fake weapons, like even if it's fake, like they just don't want you bringing that stuff. Again, it can be confusing, like people may think it's a real weapon, and we just don't want to avoid any confusion. One of the biggest PSAs I have for you, since a lot of people definitely are dressing up for Halloween, is that you cannot wear like face paint that covers your whole face. You're just not allowed to cover your face to the point where it makes you unrecognizable. Like when you enter through security, they need to make sure that you're the person that shows on your photo ID. So if you wear full face paint, they most likely are going to make you rub it off, and it's gonna suck because it's gonna ruin your outfit, and it's just better not to risk it. So be aware of like what you're doing with your makeup. I never do totems. I'm super lazy and I don't want to carry around anything. But here are the totem guidelines in case you are doing a totem this year. The maximum height is 10 feet. They have to be made from lightweight materials, like nothing that's made out of metal or that can harm someone, like become a weapon. Again, one of their main concerns is just everyone's safety. Like they want to make sure everyone has a good time and avoid anyone getting hurt for any reason. There is free general admission parking for everyone. You can pay for premier parking, which is like just closer to the entrance of the festival. If you're ADA, there is an ADA parking lot literally right by the entrance of the festival. You do need your ADA placard though. Like if you don't have it with you, they absolutely will not let you park there. They do have shuttle buses, and it picks you up at designated hotels and airports. You can see the full list on their website, and I'll link you to it. This is the festival map, and like I said, I'm very happy that I waited till this came out to do this video because they've changed a lot of stuff. You can save the image to your phone, and it will be available on the INSOMNIAC app under Escape Psycho Circus. One big change about the festival that I noticed as soon as they put out this map is that they no longer have the asylum, which was the haunted house of Escape the past few years. I am super bummed, even though I'm not going, because I think a Halloween festival deserves a haunted house, especially Escape that goes all out with everything they do. Like they just make really good haunted houses. It looks like they replaced that area where the asylum was with Crazy Town and Psycho Circus themed area. Like those just aren't cool names to me. Like maybe they could have put a little bit more thought into naming those. They even changed the name of all the stages this year. The stages used to be called Slaughterhouse for the main stage, that is now the Grim. Ghoul's Graveyard is now the Sanitarium. Chopping Block is now the Psycho Circus, and Cannibal's Tea Party is the Sewer District. But yeah, if you've been to Escape before, or if you've been to like Beyond Wonderland, the location of the stages are still basically the same. On a super fun note though, the main stage, the Grim, is actually going to be the biggest mega structure in INSOMNIAC history. And that means even bigger than the mega structure they used to have at EDC Las Vegas, which is crazy, and I'm kind of super bummed that I'm missing out on it this year. Other important things you'll want to familiarize yourself on this map with are the water stations. If you're doing VIP, look for the VIP areas. Each stage will will have its own VIP area, but obviously the one by the main stage is gonna be like the biggest area and it's gonna have the most fun stuff for VIP attendees. There's literally like this huge doorway with like VIP in big letters, like you're not gonna miss it. Conveniently, the map also has all the photo ops marks, so it has like a little camera, and those are all places that they put up things to take pictures with, like the big escape sign, that's a photo op, and they'll have a bunch of different fun things to take pictures with. The little first aid icons that are marked on the map, those are bigger first aid tents. That's like the med tent, but there are paramedics throughout the festival if you need them. This icon that they have set up, the Oasis, that is a super cool thing that Insomniac has set up at their events. If you're not feeling good, if you need a place to just go chill, if you or your friends have overdone it either with drugs or alcohol and you just need like a place to chill for a second, the Oasis is definitely the place to go. You have people there looking out for you. It's not like a med tent or first aid, like the people who are hanging out there keeping an eye on everyone, I believe, are ground control, so they're like your peers and it's just a more lax setting. So this being said, pointing out the Oasis and the med tent locations, like if you or your friend needs help, if you guys overdid it like I just said, definitely go hang out at the Oasis, or if you really need to, go to the med tent. There's this misconception that if you go to the med tent and you're like under the influence that you're going to get in trouble with the police or whatever, and that's just not the case. Like usually what they'll do in the med tent is just like sit you down, let you rest, kind of monitor how you're doing, let you sober up. In some cases they'll give people an IV to help them sober up more quickly. They're honestly super chill. They just want you to feel better. Like I promise you that's the case. Also on the map you'll see the icon for the you'll see an icon for the consciousness tent. Yeah, this is a really cool group of individuals who are sober at the festival. If you're sober at the festival and being surrounded by so many people that are under the influence is becoming like overwhelming for you, definitely hit up the consciousness tent for a breather. The people there are super cool and they do like these group talks. I would definitely recommend sticking around for one. It's not just for people who are sober though, like they're very welcoming to everyone, and most of the time they do have candy on their table. They do have charging stations in the festival. It's not marked on the map this year. I don't see any, which is kind of weird, but they do have them. My guess is that any of these like chill out areas, these sitting areas, that's probably where they're gonna have the little charging stations. They do have lockers you can rent for $25 each day. You can do that online already, or if they don't sell out, you can purchase it at the festival still. There is a lost and found. Remember that it is clearly marked on the map. Another PSA, if you find something that's been lost, like a wallet or a phone, please take it to lost and found immediately. Immediately. Do not hold on to it and take it after an hour or two when you have time. Do not take it home with you and then post pictures of it on social media and try to find the owner that way. The longer you wait to take it to lost and found, the longer someone's gonna be freaking out thinking someone stole their stuff. I'm not saying that pickpocketing isn't a thing. I'm not saying that stuff doesn't get stolen at festivals, but a lot of times that's what people jump to the conclusion of, is that someone stole their shit, and that's not always the case. Like check lost and found, check it multiple times until your stuff shows up. I actually lost my phone at Nocturnal Wonderland last month, yeah, twice in 24 hours. It was super bad, but someone returned my phone both times. Like how crazy is that? Like the amount of plur in the community. If you lose something, put positive energy out there and hopefully a fellow raver will return it for you. Some more general info and tips I want to give you, first of all, is that Escape Psycho Circus is really crowded, and that's why I'm suggesting that you get there early. Stop by the merchandise booth and get all your souvenirs super early before they start selling out of all the good stuff. Fill up your hydration packs all the way so you don't have to take breaks in the middle of the festival to go stand in those lines for like an hour. The overcrowding is the worst part about Escape, and I honestly think that's why they did away with the asylum. I think it was this huge structure that was taking away too much room. Maybe these changes will actually allow for more breathing room at the festival. I would highly recommend watching at least one set at each one of the stages to get the full experience, you know, because each stage is going to be really different in the way that it looks, but also in the type of music that you're gonna catch there. My recommendation, if you were to see one act at each of the 4 stages each day, I think I would say for the Grim, you should definitely check out Timmy Trumpet. Psycho Circus is going to be hosted by Bass Rush. Obviously, my recommendation is going to be Excision if you haven't seen him before. However, if you're just not into dubstep, I would say check out the Prototypes. For the Sanitarium, which is hosted by Basscon, this is the hardstyle and hardcore lineup. Oh man, I don't even know what to recommend you. I would say that if you like more melodic music, you should definitely check out Code Black. Back or Sound Rush, but like Techno Boy and Toon Boy will never disappoint you. Like their sets are always so hard and on point. But also Sub-Zero Project Live, like I don't know what that can mean, but it sounds really freaking cool. The Sewer District, hosted by Factory 93. Obviously, you have to check out the Stub Fire, Back 3 Back, Nicole Madaber, Back 3 Back, Paco Osuna. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. All I know is that Back 3 Back 3-hour set is going to be lit as fuck. If I was going, I would not miss it. Well, I wouldn't miss some of it. Like I would make sure to check it out, but 3 hours is a long time. However, I know my techno heads out there are going to be spending the whole 3 hours there and they're really going to be digging it. For Saturday, the Grim, I would definitely say check out Io. I've seen him a few times. He has a really unique energy. I don't think anyone would be disappointed in one of his sets. For the Psycho Circus Day 2, I would say if you haven't seen the legend Eric Prydz yet, you definitely need to do so. For the Sanitarium, I would say check out Boombox Cartel or Metro Boomin. For the Sewer District, Chris Liebing, Back to Back, Charlotte DeWitt. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm really bad at these names, but yeah, I think that'll be a really good set. Leaving the festival at the end of the night is such a clusterfuck. Like I know it's like that at the end of a lot of festivals, but like it's just so bad here at this venue, probably because of its location. It's surrounded by a bunch of little streets and they just get so backed up and packed so fast. Like the whole radius of this area surrounding the festival is just bumper to bumper traffic for hours. If you drove there, make sure you arrive with a full tank of gas because you don't know what's gonna happen after the festival. You don't know how long it's gonna take for you to drive out of there. Ride shares like Ubers and Lyfts are so ridiculously expensive. It's because of the high demand and the clusterfuck surrounding the venue. Like any Uber that is coming to pick you up, it's going out of its way and sitting in that traffic forever. That's why the wait is so long and why the prices are so high, and it sucks. For Beyond Wonderland, I think it wanted to charge us almost $200 just to take us from San Bernardino to Ontario, and that is so expensive. The way they have Uber set up, like they're trying to be more organized and controlled, but honestly, it just kind of sucks. They have this designated pickup and waiting area where you call your Uber and you just wait in that area until the Uber shows up. And there are places for you to charge your phone and there is Wi-Fi that you can connect to, which is really cool of them, but it also sucks because it could take your Uber so long to get through that traffic and into that pickup area to pick you up. So this probably isn't new information to a lot of people, but I found out that you could actually schedule an Uber or a Lyft. So ahead of time, you can schedule for an Uber to pick you up after you leave the event and set the pickup location quite a ways from the venue so that way it's not getting stuck in that clusterfuck that's already probably starting to form. So schedule it ahead of time, a decent amount away from the venue itself, and I think that should work. I've heard good things about that. I hope that'll reduce the amount of time that you're waiting for an Uber or Lyft, either one. It really is such a fun event, you guys. I love it so much. It's like a mini EDC, but like spooky Halloween theme. They go all out with the decorations and the performers. They have all these different activities that are themed. Like they do have that Psycho Circus themed area. Couldn't come up with a cooler name. I hope you found this video helpful. It looks like they made quite a few changes this year. As I said before, Escape is my second favorite Insomniac festival of all time. I'm really sad that I'm missing it this year because it looks awesome, but I'm really excited for my big back-to-back festival trip I'm leaving to in just 2 days. Yeah, I'm going to Westfest in the UK on Saturday and then Pumpkin in Germany on Halloween, so next Thursday, and then this drum and bass festival called Korsakov in Rotterdam, Netherlands right after Pumpkin. And then I'm flying back to the US just in time for EDC Orlando, and it's going to be 4 festivals in 2 weeks. Crazy, I know, and I will be posting videos from all these festivals, so please subscribe to my channel and keep an eye out for those. Thanks again for watching, and I hope wherever you're spending your Halloween weekend, whether it be at a festival like Escape or a smaller show or a house party, I just hope you have the littest Halloween ever. Until next time, happy Halloween, guys.